You're recording now.
Am I? Yeah, right, okay. Fine. Obviously, I'm Marcus, you know what I mean? I'm Linda from time back in the day. But just to give you a little bit of insight on as my growing up and what brought me full circle, so to speak, is like, obviously I started off as being born. I was Marcus Lane, I had a sister and a stepbrother. Things wasn't what they seemed as a picture, you know what I mean? We was a family, so to speak, but there was deep things within the family that nobody else seen. You understand where I'm coming from? And like, my brother was evil. He wasn't the kind of brother that you would want. He was a bit of a nonce, as people would put it. I won't go into too much detail because obviously my sister's not here to back up where you know, her side of the story, you know what I mean? There was things that went on that shouldn't have gone on or shouldn't have been allowed.
How much older than your brother was it? How much older was your brother?
Well, he was like 3 years older than my sister. I think he was about 4 or 5 years older than me. You know what I mean? But like, that's how our life started, you know what I mean? I used to sit in my grand's, or was it that nigger parked his car outside the house again, but because I was only young, I didn't perceive the word nigger. It was just another, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, it was Asians, because there was a few Asians on the street. It wasn't directed at me or my family.
And was your gran talking about your dad?
Well, obviously, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, and then like, you start to grow up and you start to realise things, you know, like when you're playing in the street and you're playing Rallivo and you're always left behind, or you're playing football and you're shouting Nig to someone because you think that's his name, you know what I mean, by abbreviation for his name, and then you grow up and you realise that Nig was short for nigger.
Wow.
But because you've not been brought into that persona, you don't understand it as you would as a grown person or a young teenager, you know what I'm saying? Now things like, you know, like, all right, my mum and my dad used to argue, but like when we left my mum, the things that they used to argue about, and my mum used to put my dad down, I'd be lying in my bed in a new house away from my dad, thinking we're better off, but we're only better off because of what my mum says we're better off. But when we realised, or I myself realised, that these white guys coming in the house and saying, "Oh, is that your son Marcus? Oh." But you don't realise until something else occurs. And then like, I went back to my dad out of all of the kids. It was only me that ever went back to my dad. And when I was there, it then started to rear its head about this racist thing. Because like, you know, like all the brothers would be there and they'd be like, "Oh, he's coming home, but not realising I was stood at the top of the stair or on the stairs looking over the door and watching them in the living room arguing with my dad. Do you understand me? And that's when things started to come together. But because of the race thing that wasn't built in me, because I wasn't understanding it, it just looked like bullying, and the brothers had come to sort my dad out because I've come back to my dad. You understand me? Yeah. So like life goes on. Then we went to when we was living in Levenshulme, he strangled me.
Your dad did?
No, my brother.
Okay.
He strangled me and he nearly killed me as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And I just didn't, I just didn't, I can't pause it. And yeah, so he strangled me and I went to the police station where my mum used to work as a manageress in the canteen. I've gone there and all my face was pot marks, you know, like when somebody strangles you over your face, you get red spots all over your face, and my eyes were bloodshot, and I was too scared to tell her that he'd strangled me, and all I could say was, well, he shot me with the air rifle and it hit me in the eyes, you know what I mean, which was an easier explanation than you white kids just strangled me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because 4 or 5 years is a big gap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was scared and I was scared of him, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've gone to the police station and she's put me in the police van and sent me home instead of coming home with me to see what,
Yeah.
Because, like, fair enough, like, strangling me and I didn't say anything. It's my fault, and when I should have spoke out clearly and out loud, what he's just done. But shooting me in the eyes with an air rifle is just as bad as being strangled. So why didn't my mum come home with me, which raised another question.
Tell me what question it raised.
Well, why are you sending me home with 2 white policemen?
Yeah.
I'm back to something that someone's just shot me in the eye with an air rifle.
And who's white as well.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand.
So why are you sending me home and not coming back to chastise him? Because when I farted, you was on me like a ton of bricks.
So, do you feel you didn't have the same type of value, that nobody gave you the same type of value?
No, because I was taught from day dot, as far as I'm concerned, that I was different, and the way it was shown to me was like my sister. She could go anywhere she wanted. My brother, he could go anywhere he wanted. So they sent me home, and like obviously I was scared, and then the police only took me home. They didn't come in and check, what had gone on, and they just left me there. You know what I mean? So it run another, it put another pressure on me. It was like, what's going to happen now? You know what I mean? Then really the thought was being strangled. You know what I mean? So like that left. I started going out on the streets, not coming home. Okay. And we went back to my grandma's, which she thought that would be the best place to be, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want to live there because of the shit that had gone on with my granddad, you know what I mean? And then when I was living there now, he used to be always picking me up because he was a pretty big geezer, you know what I mean? And biting my ass and things like that.
Your granddad?
Yeah, and it was like, fucking hell, what's going on here? And he used to hate, being left alone with him, and then the pressing his things on me when it was,
How old was you, Marcus?
I was about fucking 9, nearly 10. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't right, and I knew it wasn't right. And like when I approached my mum and told my mum, "Oh, listen, this is going on," you know what I mean? It was like, "Okay, I can't say nothing," you know what I mean? Well, that's not what was said, but fucking, she was like, he's getting old now, like she was passing it off, you know what I mean, because of the situation, because everyone in the house was racist. And she couldn't afford to say, look, he's pressing his things on my fucking son. Straight away, and all, why are you listening to a black kid?
Wow.
That's how it was, you know what I mean? It wasn't any other way. Everybody could go out. My sister could go where she wanted, my brother could go where he wanted. I had to go and play in the fucking cellar. You know what I mean? That was my life. Or if it wasn't in the cellar, it was in the backyard with the fucking dog, Nicky. You know what I mean? It was an ongoing when I started to, anything I could do to free up the situation I was in, I would do it. I.e., if you come and call for me, and we was, come on, go out for an hour. You might be out for an hour. I wasn't going home.
Right.
Do you understand me? But I wasn't going home because I was a twat. I wasn't going home because I didn't want to be in a situation that I knew I was going back to. But nobody was on it. Obviously, I didn't reach out because nobody was listening anyway.
Yeah.
You understand me? Then I started, like breaking into cars and not going home period overnight and running away from home. And then the thing that brought the reality of nobody give a flying fuck was when I run away, and I went to live in Levenshulme. Well, I didn't go to live in Levenshulme. I met people in Levenshulme, and I was, remember Jackson's clay pit? Jackson's where we used to go on the bike to that. It was there where kids had died there, you know what I mean, falling in the waters and all that, and hurting themselves and that. So my mum and dad and my sister caught up with me there. And I threatened to throw myself in the fucking in the waters and that. So I killed myself. I'm not going back there. But obviously there was an issue. But it still wasn't. Still didn't go. Well, why doesn't he want to come home? The question was never asked. Why does he not want to come home? So for her to be well, I don't know what was in her head. I can only surmise what was in her head. And for me, it was like, none of this can get out, because she used to work, she was a manageress in the police station in the canteen, you know what I mean? And it couldn't get out. All her family used to think, Audrey, the star, she's, you know, everybody loved her, you know what I mean? So she didn't want this getting out of this persona that she's built, you know, like, I'm so, you know what I mean? But like, anyway, I'm threatening to throw myself in the waters and all that and kill myself, and she's telling me, well, come and we'll sort it out. But I had a friend that I knew from Levenshulme, and took me to his house. She had 6 kids.
Yeah.
She couldn't really afford to take me on, but my mum let me stay there, just so it'd keep me, you know, like, quiet. That's the only way I can see it, you know what I mean? Now, it was only good that the woman took me on and let me stay there. But in my head, 5 years down the line, well, why the fuck did you let me stay there with people that you don't know? They could have been nonsense or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know a son. I didn't know who his parents was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what his brothers were like. But how can my mother just let me, on a whim, stay there?
And how long were you there?
About 3 weeks, because then I was like, I can get out, I can go out, I can get out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because people don't understand, you know, like, them houses, you know where Cliff Grove, don't you? You know where Trudy used to live on Dickey Road?
Oh, yeah.
You know them big houses?
Yeah.
I used to live in that little road there.
Right,
that's where I...
That picture with Susie and that's outside Dickinson.
That's where I kind of grew up with my gran and that, you know what I'm saying? But it was like the fucking cellar, the spiders in there. I hate spiders, but I had to stay down there, otherwise I'd have no fun, I'd have nothing. You understand me? That was my life. Go in the fucking backyard, like I was saying, you know what I mean? That's all I had.
Who was telling you to go in the cellar in the backyard?
That's all I could play. If I wanted to play, go in the cellar, because I was annoying everybody else, couldn't jump around the house. So go and play in the cellar. At the weekends, if it wasn't raining and it was dry, go and play in the backyard, that was my fresh air.
So why didn't you just play outside?
She wouldn't let me out because I wouldn't fucking come back.
Oh,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My head was battered.
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? My head, if I got out of that door, it was escape for me. It wasn't playing out. Like, you know, like, oh, come on, Dave, let's go and have a game of football. I couldn't do that. People used to knock on the door. No, he ain't coming out.
Because you'd run away.
Not that I'd run away, I just wouldn't be back at the time Pacific. I'd probably turn up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? And that was a no-no for them. But there was never the question, well, why is this kid coming home at them times? Why does he not ever want to come home? If I went out with my sister, it was like, why have I got to take him out? Because she didn't want the responsibility of me going, fuck you, I ain't coming home. She didn't want to take that and shelve that because my sister was all right, you know what I'm saying? She didn't get in trouble and that, you know what I mean? But I did. So for her to take me out, now she's presented with the fact that he might not come home. He might just get off again when he's with me, and then that'll get me in trouble. So she didn't want that responsibility because she was the only girl. And regardless to whether she was mixed race or not, it was kind of okay for her because she was a girl. You know what I'm saying? And like then it went from there. When I went to live with this geezer, I robbed the house. Now, in all walks of life, you know, when you do something the first time, you get a slap on the wrist. You get, you know what I mean? You don't get bulleted straight away. I drove buses in Old Trafford. That was another story. But this was like where I got sent away now. This is where all the shit hit the fan kind of thing, you know what I mean? Now, for me, I was always screaming, I want to go to a children's home, because I would have been better off in a children's home than living the life I was living at home with people fucking doing things. No, but in my head,
I know in your head you think that, but you look at what's going on.
I was lucky, I know that, but when you're actually getting somebody's thing pressed on you and somebody's between your legs, and
you always think it's,
you know what I mean? You need to get away.
Fun,
yeah, man, it was horrible. It wasn't nice, that kid. And like when you see things, and like, you know, like it was easy for me to go, fuck it, come on, hit him, stab him, do it. But it was easy because of the resentment. Do you understand me? It wasn't me. That was like me crying out. Do you understand me? It was easy to, you know, like, well, just don't worry about that. Fuck off. Because it was always about me and look what fucking people did to me. So fuck them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it taught me a wrong sense of life. I couldn't put a boundary on what I was going through.
But you had nobody to trust, though, did you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I had big trust issues because I didn't trust the fuck. I still don't now. I get by because I'm a mature man. Do you understand me? But then, you know, I could say, oh, Dave, yeah, listen, let's go. But I'm talking in riddles to you. You wouldn't quite grasp what I was getting at because I couldn't tell you.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I couldn't come to you and go, yeah, Linda, yeah, let me stay here tonight because I've got nowhere to stay. I couldn't say that. I'd be telling you bullshit to keep the truth away from you. Do you understand me? So everything became false.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying.
It was hard because I had to do that with everyone. It was hard to be honest. And when I was honest, people shit on me and it fucking hurt me even more. So I got twisted up with this life that I'd been dealt with instead of fucking somebody saying, well, listen, don't you think you should have done this or you should have done that? I had to find out all the
hard way.
Yeah, but the hard way. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It took me to an extreme where I was doing fucking prison and all that when really it could have been nipped in the butt. Or some, you know, like I could have got some form of help somewhere along the line. I went to psychiatrists.
Yeah, but there weren't them things in them days.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? There was psychiatrists when it was young.
That's why these people that you hear about now got away with it for 10, 15, 20 years. Because no one would believe you, so you just didn't open your mouth.
You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean? I used to get battered by the nuns, but you couldn't turn around and say to anybody, she's battering me with a bell, because they just say, well, you deserve it, you must have been bad. So you didn't say out, you just get twice as worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, like fucking when you get in that situation where you can't breathe, and you know what I mean, it needs to be fucking dealt with, but it wasn't getting dealt with me. Like I was saying, like I went to go.
Yeah, but you deal with it in another way, don't you?
Exactly, you know what I mean.
Breaking the cars, breaking them.
You know what I mean. So like me screaming, I want to go to the children's home. For me, when I was in court, I should have been listened to. Do you understand me? But my mum kept that away from the courts. She made me go to a proof school because it is better to be dealt with as a criminal than a fucking kid crying out for, listen, you know, she's never fucking went. I went to a proof school. She never came to see me.
Did she not?
No, this you fuck. It was our Connie and Crazy Steve and old Lou that used to come and visit me when I was away. You understand me? I was there for 4.5 years. Wow. I've gone from like an 11-year-old to a 15-year-old, you know what I mean? I was 10 and a half.
And then fucking proof schools were no joke.
Yeah, but listen,
like they are today, I was a
10-and-a-half-year-old kid, and the youngest there was fucking 14. So you know what my life, I was getting battered and everything. So everything was like, yeah, let's fuck that. I was running away, fighting all the time, forever. Do you understand me? That's where I met Derek in the proof school. Me and Derek used to fucking hate each other, dread. You know what I mean? Because we just how it was. You know what I mean? And then when I left there and I came out, that's when I first went back. My dad was living in Hume, and I was only 15, nearly 16. You know what I mean? I went to Broadfield Road Baths. But everyone had afro combs, and I'm like, why not a party in my fucking hair? Because, you know, I was always in the white areas and...
Marcus, I used to have a fucking curl down the middle of my hair.
Yeah, it was fucking mad like it.
Honest to God, because you look at my hair, it's very light, curly.
Yeah.
And they used to comb my fucking hair when I was in the old district and put fucking curl down the middle.
You know
fucking... And it was like when you don't realise until... I mean, I don't even remember being at home, living at home, until I was 10. I only remember being in Kirby. I remember St. Joey's in fucking Eccles, Patrickcroft, and I remember But Christie's house now is in Disbury, Parswood, where that little girl had the tubes up her nose. That used to, and listen to this, what it was called when I was there, the Catholic Children's Rescue Society. That's what it was called. It was run by nuns, Catholics, you know. So I was brought up in Disbury, really. You know what I mean? All white people, all middle class white people. The only coloured kids in the school were from the homes. They used to call us homies. Oh, here come the homies, because they'd be from Bluemoose, which was like a social services gaff. Still there now. I read about the guy there getting done.
He was a beast and a half, him.
There was a guy, and then there was none of that way, not so much of that where I was, but he got beat. But there weren't so much sexual nonsense, because it was all women, they were all nuns, you know what I mean? If anything, it was other people that were in there, you know what I mean? Or the lads that was maybe a year too old who want to fucking play games with you and all that, you just fuck them off. You know, but and I'd never been in trouble in my fucking life until I come home.
From there, exactly.
And then I went home.
Do you understand the situation? You wasn't.
Because you were under control.
Because of the situation you was put into. Do you understand me? It was never. I was a nice kid because I did have nice things about me. I was all right with people. It's the situation I was put in made me like.
You get on
he's just fucking. He's lying to me.
I seen this as a psychiatrist once, and he said, "What was it?" He said, "I've got antisocial behaviour and I don't like authority." So that's right. Anti-authority and all, authoritarian and all that. Because I don't like being told what to do. Because I used to get when I was a kid,
fucking beat to do it.
So when I used to come home at weekends to my mum's. Well, just before we come back living back home, and I used to go to my mum's at weekend, and I could stay up till fucking 10 o'clock, chicken and rice, and never even fucking seen it, you know. And I was like 10, 11 years old. You know what I mean? I'd never seen any Caribbean food. It was all fucking English. Because it was nuns. You didn't even eat meat on a fucking Friday. You know what I mean? You had to do all the fucking I was an altar boy, man. Fucking altar boy.
Well, like the same with me. When I was in the preschool, I used to go to church where I met Karen. Carol should say, you know what I mean? It was madness. And then, like, I used to go on priv walks. I got, you know, like, because I used to have grades, you know what I mean? I was for 2.5 years, 3 years, I was in grade 4, like kid. And then I kind of, you know, like, started behaving and that. Well, I got older and then realised, well, listen, if I get on a fucking grade 2, I can go out on priv walks and get out for a couple of hours. And that's when I met your kid went, because we used to go to where Mobley was. We used to walk down to the church. And where the church was, your Carol used to live in the houses just further up, and we used to meet in the village hall, and we used to talk and all that. And I used to always stay with her, so I thought I ain't going back to the house again. But obviously she had to go home.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'd be like, fucking hell. But it's too late now because I should have been back to the fucking preschool for like 4 o'clock or something. But it was gone now. It was 6, 7 o'clock. So back in grade fucking 4. You know what I mean? It was mad. And then I come to. Like I say, I come to back to Manchester when I got released and that, and Afros, what the fuck am I coming at? And it was at Broadfield Road, Baths Arcade, and Johnny Parker used to do it. He was a kid that we knew back in the day when we used to live in Lamb Street in Longside, and he's got me upstairs and he's going, go and comb your hair out, and I couldn't comb it because dryer, a fucking hair dryer. There was a big, you know, them big square boxes that the hot air used to come out.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, that was the very first time I felt about 15 and a half, 16. I had the biggest fucking afro I've ever seen in my life. But it'd gone from, you know, like white man's hairdo to black. And that's when the fucking, you know, like the true me started coming out. You know, like, wait a minute, I'm on fucking something here. But I'm like him, I'm not like them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When I started realising, but the more I realised, the more resentful I got towards people because the things they were showing me wasn't the things I needed to know. I'm learning that he's calling me a nigger. Now I want to kill you for calling me a nigger. Do you understand what I'm saying? Before I didn't understand. So I'm starting to learn about black now. Yeah. You know what, wait a minute. But it didn't come, you know, like one thing at a time.
No.
It was like, fuck off, bang. And he's like, wow, where'd you go with this? Well, you know what I mean? And then I'd probably see you punch somebody then I take it on myself like, well, he's done it. Is that the right thing to fucking do? If he's just got bang, so I started punching people or whatever's the norm, I started copying because I'm trying to fit it all into it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
but I was still young and I didn't get the grasp that he punched him to fucking stop the guy from punching him. I'm looking at it, he's punched the guy because he needs a punch because he's white.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? It was all fucked up in my head because of the way I'd been. Now, my mum's kidnapped me again. I was about 16, 17 and she's fucked me off to fucking Leek. White people again. Well, it was New Mills at first. White people again. And I threw we had a fight with the Hells Angels and I threw a boulder through this van window because he was looking to fucking, you know, like he was in and that. And it's fucking hit this railway bridge and you're all fucking mashed up and come out of the fucking van, you know what I mean? And like, he was gone from there. She's, well, just get him out of here. I can't be living here now and all this going on. And she fucked me off to fucking Winkill. She's in warehouses the other side of the Leek, Ashbourne. You know what I mean? On a farm, £9 a week. And I was like, what the fuck is it? Nice from anywhere.
How? I don't understand. How can she put you on?
Because she was living with a white guy. She got married to a white guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they'd split up. He'd fucking gone to live in Ashbourne, and she's gone like, well, listen, let's get you down there. But at the same time,
it's a job, innit? A living job.
Yeah,
I hated the guy.
Yeah, I know.
She should never have sent me there. I'm in a place where I don't want to be with somebody I fucking hate, and she's spending money on him, on a caravan for him to live in. And I've got to fucking live there. You know what I mean? He's getting off and doing what he's got to do, and I'm stuck on this farm, shoveling shit, and fucking, which is something I've never done in my fucking life. I had to get up.
With your afro.
I went to the farm and was at Tommy Moss.
Right, you know what I mean?
Fucking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, man.
Between two cows.
That farming is no fucking, you see, it's an early up job, all day long, freezing fucking. No, we used to have to do sprout picking. You've got a fucking thing that's like that, and it's got all the sprouts on it, and you have to go like that. And put your hands on either side of it, push down, and push them all off. And there's a fucking field that's 2 miles long, and it's just like that. And that's all you do all day. Fucking get the fucking sprouts off. Oh, it was a fucking nightmare.
So anyway, we ended up in Leek now, and like, I used to have dicky fits. And like, if I went off, I went off. You know what I mean? And the key thing for my mum was always get the police.
Get the police for you?
Yeah, because I was uncontrollable. You know what I mean? I used to just freak. And like when the police used to come in, it made it worse because I didn't like the fucking police because of the shit that I went through as a kid. So I'm kicking with them and fighting with the police. Next thing you know, I'm in Prestwich.
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah. She tried to get me signed away to Prestwich.
How long was you in Prestwich?
3 weeks.
Right.
But like, it would have been less than that. It was only that I thought I was in there and I couldn't get out. It wasn't until I fucking sat down and spoke to a doctor and realised I was like, you know, like I've got it on my own, on her card, but I wasn't sectioned.
No. I
was a willing patient to be there. If it had been sectioned, I'd have never got out. But I found myself walking to the fucking shop in my pyjamas. And I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't me. What the fuck am I doing? I've gone out that and then was doing the bull rings with my dad. I was living on the bull rings. So I've like realised, stopped taking the tablets which was fucking me head up. You know what I mean? And like I've got myself together. I want out, I'm leaving, I'm going out. Well, you can't, I know I can sign myself out. I'll wait for the doctor, I'm going to sign myself out and I'm gone. Off I went, you know what I mean? I've got home and there's nobody in. And I'm sat on the veranda waiting for my mum and my dad coming in. Next thing you know, there they are coming down the veranda. What are you doing here? You know what I mean? So my head was like, that strung me up then, fuck you, I was gone. That's when I met Jeff Bassett. And he was taking me to what was that place? Opposite Alec Park on the corner.
The Edinburgh.
Yeah, it was the Edinburgh, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
Big,
massive. Started going there. But then I started carrying fucking knives and big fucking. My dad was he used to work at Glam Supplies and used to cut all the ox lungs and used to have these big fucking knives. But like, that was you know, like you need that because the black people are going to fuck with you. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't for me that I didn't understand all that. So I'm like, it's just like the wheel's spinning and I'm like, fucking hell, let me get off. You know what I mean? So like Jeff used to say, hey, we'll do this and we'll do that. And I used to be like, fucking hell, this is my life. And I got off, the things I've got to be fucking doing. So every night I was out with a big fucking knife. And then, you know, like we went to the fucking Alec Road, the Shines on Alec Road. I used to go there. And then the Reno started to, you know, like come to light. But then I was going to the underground market then. And that's where I started meeting all the boys and that, you know what I mean? Ozzy and all that, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, it all got started from there. But then I started venturing, the Reno, we used to go to Scooby-Doo first. You know, in Bellevue. We used to go there first, and everyone used to be there, and it was all afros and night baggy pants and high boots and fucking, you know what I mean? It was another world for me, and I was loving it, you know what I mean? And then I got to the Reno, and that's when I realised that fuck, you can't get in this fucking place. But the person that got me in there was there for about fucking 2-3 weeks. On the door, can't get in. And I had an argument with Cola, and I had a knife, a big fucking knife on me. And I'm like that, with my head too, you know, through that little box. It's that fucking chop. So I chop him through the fucking thing, and he's like, he was taking the pic. I couldn't reach him. He was like, he's trying to chop me, but he's laughing at me. And it was Chris fucking Otto that's gone like, nah, Cola, you can't do that. And he got me in the Reno. And from that day, I was in the Reno every fucking night, every night. You know what I mean? But then from there, it was like survival. You know what I mean? And even if you didn't go to work, there was something. You could go to the Reno. I know you could earn fucking £10, £20, £100, or get a little raise, or get a little something to fucking, you know what I mean? And that's when you started meeting people, Dave and everybody. But it made it easier because, like, fucking Dwight, I've known Dwight all my life because we used to live in Levenshulme. He was with my sister. We knew all of them. You know what I mean? They was part and parcel of my life growing up.
Yeah.
There was them other kids. I can't think. Who's that? Leroy. Can't think of his fucking name.
Leroy.
With the no teeth. I can't think. They used to have a weird name. Jamaicans. I can't think of the name, but I was talking about them the other day. I can't think. And like they used to live on Slade Grove. You know what I mean? And fucking that's how we got to meet people, and then we started going to the old fucking black people's dances and all that. It's fucking mad. It's fucking mad, man. And then obviously everyone split up because everyone got older now, you know what I mean? Where did I end up? I went to London. I was on my toes if I went to London. Come back, got fucking 6 years, 9 months. I was away for all that time, and then by the time I come out of that, the Reno was starting to dwindle. It was like, well, let's close it, and you know what I mean? And life just wasn't the fucking same, so I had to rebuild myself again. But now I've got the issues of, fucking hell, I can't keep talking to people like that. To get on, I've got to calm myself down now. I've never worked in my life, so how do I approach people? How do I fucking talk to people? How do I say, like, well, yeah, I'd like to work, I'm an honest geezer. I'm not an honest geezer, I was a twat.
No, but that's in your past, isn't it?
No, but I couldn't explain. I couldn't sit there and, you know, look at you and go,
yeah, but it
was hard.
I know, you are, and at the end of the day, you come out all right, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people went through what we went through, and they're fucked.
They're fucked, yeah.
They're either heroin addicts, so they're in a fucking hospital, or they're talking to themselves. Or they've done themselves in. So you've got to fucking, at the end of the day, no matter, we all get dealt a bad hand, but at the end of the day, if you get older, you get wiser. That's the thing.
A lot wiser.
And the thing is, if you knew now, then what you know now, be a different fucking story. You'd have come out a different person, but you haven't, so there's no point thinking about what if. That's what made you the person you are
today, and that's the be all and end all of it all. It was fuckers, what I went through. It wasn't a nice fucking journey.
But it makes you the person you are.
I am.
So the way he is, the way you are with your kids now, the way he is with his kids, it's because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
he don't want that for his kids. So, you know, now I've even been through that. You know, you don't know what.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say people, you know, people say, oh, you know, you don't understand, oh, you didn't get enough hugs and
There's
loves
nothing
and all.
to do with that.
It's got fuck all to do with that. I know people that were brought up with two parents.
Well, one of my friends says it's like,
I know
you know,
people
like,
that had money, same thing. Had money, never poor, same thing. Oh, depression.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
You get what hand you get. You got to fucking deal with it, and that's it.
You know what I mean?
Get on with your fucking life.
You know what I mean? You get the breaks. You don't get the breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the things that, you know, like I
laugh now at some of the shit I went through. I laugh now because I think, fucking hell, try it out now and see what happens. You know,
you're getting locked up for life. Getting locked up for life. This is what I was telling you before about, you know, like, remember things like the vicar's daughter and all that used to come. If you did that now, Archie, you're getting locked up. You're getting locked up. Do you understand me? And like,
you're getting done for rape and also.
Rape, you've got worse than fucking.
And I throw my hands up. In a sense, I could probably get done for rape for things I've done. I've never actually called, you know. But it's the intimidation. What do you mean you're not fucking going home with me? Well, all right then.
Right.
So them 5 geezers are going to take you in the car.
Yeah.
So you can go with them and come with me. You know, you didn't at the time. You don't think fuck all of it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That was your way of conquering. You wasn't going to do that.
No.
But you'd play that.
But you played a part.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't. He never went out and went, you're getting in the car with me. Fucking. You getting in. It wasn't about that. All you had to do was say it.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Or they would have got the girl would know. Oh, he's so and so, and he's from my side. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let's go with it. You know what I mean?
So you're playing a part.
Yeah.
To
You know
go
what I mean?
with your
persona of how people. It wasn't how he was. People.
It's not how you are.
People would look and go,
if you wanted a woman, women didn't want a nice guy, they wanted a bad guy.
Exactly. But like, from you said you was from my side, people would look at you and go, okay. And if you went like that ass with me, they do it out of their own fear. Not that you made them scared, out of their own sense of, I've heard about these Moss Side boys.
Yeah.
Whatever they ask you to do, just fucking do it. Otherwise, you're going to get
stopped.
So, you understand me? So, for me to get up and walk over to you and go, hiya, baby, straight away the fear was there. You didn't have to do nothing. And that's what made it easy.
But for me, what came through that is because when I used to go to town when I was younger, you'd be fighting all day long.
All day long.
You're never getting anywhere for the fucking start.
Yeah.
You weren't getting no clubs. Not the fucking town you was. Not when I was young. After a bit, the only club I ever remember when I was young was the Explosion.
Right, what about the Cloisters?
Yeah, but they were. Yeah. I mean, when I was 15. 16.
Yeah.
You know, I was born 53. You know, when I was 15, 16.
Well, you know, when I used to.
You couldn't get in
Mr. Smith's, remember Mr.
Oh, yeah. With the thing round.
Yeah.
So I met that man, Yale. But before, I mean, I used to go to placemates them times.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in. You know, you go to a club and it'd be, if you had an afro, the first thing would be, and you know what annoyed me? They'd let you stand in the queue.
Yeah.
And get to the front. You get, and that's what would annoy you. You get, and in them days, the doorman would take you around the back and give you the good idea. There's none of this fucking all registered shit. Wow. And I remember standing out, me and Wendell, standing outside that fucking Placemate 7, dressed up nice. You know what I mean? Get to the front. The guy says, sorry lads, you're not on. What do you mean you're not on? Fire hazard, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was like. You know what I mean?
What do you mean fire hazard? When someone flicks a stick, gets in your hair, or set on fire. Another one was, you get to the front. You wouldn't speak to anybody else. All white people. You get to the front, your members. You got membership, and you go, no. He said, oh, it's members only. Oh, well, I'll join. Yeah, it's 24-hour waiting list. So you got to wait 24 hours before you can apply.
You still couldn't get it.
But I'm not heard you speak to one of them. One person if you ask. I mean, and the minute you start arguing, that's it. You know, that's it. That was their cue to fucking tell you straight. Look, you black cunt, you're not coming in. You know what I mean? Another one was the combs. Because people used to wear the comb in their hair. You know, you go to the club. Well, you can't come in with that. It's an offensive weapon. Hey, even the fucking police.
It was done.
Even the police used that as an excuse to pull people over and search them because they say, "Oh, he's carrying an offence." It's a fucking Coleman.
But we did use them. I know I fucking used mine many a time. You know what I mean? But
it's still fucking rubbish. You know what I mean? And I think that's why you have to stand up and fucking fight. I know when I was, because you'd be out with a girl, and you'd be walking down Market Street, and there'd be 4 white guys coming your way, and you get near,
Wow.
all that fucking, you can't fight 4 guys. So you'd walk away, and the fucking annoyance that you would have, that'd be in you for next time when there was
10 of us.
Yeah, you know? 3 or 4 of you and 3 or 4 of them. And one of them said something, then they get their heads kicked in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I did it in London.
Oh, we used to have it on the midnight, the all-night bus every fucking weekend. You get it on the all-night bus. You used to get the all-night bus, you used to come from fucking Piccadilly, you used to go to Whitworth, and I guarantee you, it'd stop every fucking week at fucking Moss Lane police station. When the police station was on Moss Lane, it'd stop there. You'd turn the corner, they'd just stop outside the police station because you'd be fine with cunts from Whitworth. You know what I mean?
Right, man.
That was madness. You go to a party in Whitworth, you better make sure you got somebody with you, you know, because they just they'd all gang up on you. And you can't, you can't fight fucking 10 guys if there's 2 or 3 of you. You just can't do it. Back then you couldn't, because you wouldn't be using weapons and all that. But what you do is you come back next week with 10 of you, and you fucking go look for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I tell people now when I was young, fucking fellow Field was posh. And we got on with it to him, was posh. You go, what do you mean he was posh when he had the fucking...
Even Molly Ray was
gardens.
Even Molly Ray was posh, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember, I used to go, the Senecal there, St. B's there. Right, the college there, as Catholics.
Yeah.
Because they used to have a youth club there called the Senecal. And it was run by fucking priests and nuns, another one. John Brown used to go there and Lavinia. Because there was when I was a kid.
Lavinia Hewitt?
No, Lavinia Brown, she's dead now. John Brown's sister. You know John Brown?
Yeah, I know John Brown.
His other sister went to live in Jamaica and came back to Lavinia.
No. I might know.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of her sometime. Down. And so there was no like clubs. Everything was, the only clubs I knew was youth clubs.
Yeah.
So you had Proctor's in Hume, you had St. Wilf's, you had the Senecal, you had the one on the hill on where the church is on Bernadette's.
Yeah.
Where you go up
I
the
remember Bernadette.
Right. Underneath they used to have like a youth club, and we went there one. Tony Brennan went there one day and he got battered by these guys. So the next week, for about 15 of us went in there, smashed the whole fucking place. This is underneath a church, you know. It's fucking owned by the church. Smashed it to fuck, you know what I mean? But and the popping. That was another one. That was another one. That was the first club I went to where I seen actual, like, Stan used to go there. Fucking Frank went there.
Yeah.
Tony Pereira went there. And they never sold, they didn't even sell alcohol.
No, that's right, yeah.
It was fucking milkshakes.
Yeah.
But they played music. But back in them days, like I say, clubs, you fucking forget about it. You weren't getting in no club in fucking town. Yeah. Not until the late fucking 70s.
What was that other one?
I couldn't get in. I used to go that Millionaires.
Centre Spot used to be another one, didn't it?
Who?
Centre Spot.
Where was that one?
That was in town at the back of fucking C&A's.
Oh.
Centre Spot, just because that was a free one you could get in there, but that wasn't alcohol either. That was just pop. You know what I mean?
And you just couldn't do what you do today. You know what I mean? I mean, for the fucking start, you went in the pub. There was only like 3 choices of fucking drink: mild, bitter, and fucking stout. Well, that wasn't even lager.
No, there wasn't even lager, man.
Yeah, no,
Positive, I remember lager.
No. Remember Party Sevens and Watneys?
Yeah.
And all that. That was not lager in them days, man. Lager didn't come until later.
Sevens, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Watneys Red Brown.
Mackerson.
Yeah, well, that was stout. So you either drank Mackerson or Guinness, or you drunk mild, or you drunk bitter. And that was fucking it. That was the only beer you got in them. Nobody went in back boat shorts unless it was a special do.
Yeah.
And another thing I think, the kids today, why they are piss heads that they are today, is because when I was younger and you say like you work, so even if you was an apprentice or you'd left school and you had a job, so you say you work in a factory, so say you work in Carborundums or Kellogg's or, you know, this was your department. On a fucking Friday, when the guy come round with the tray with everybody's wages, you know, in the brown envelope, you'd all finish early on a Friday.
I go to the pub.
And you all go to the pub.
Yeah.
So everyone who works in that unit would all go to the pub. So you'd have older people to control you.
Yeah.
You weren't fucking giving it that.
Yeah.
People didn't do that. They wouldn't let you do that. You know what I mean? So you learn how to drink in moderation. So you didn't end up as a fucking raving pisshead. But like you see these kids today, you know, and you think, I think,
and you think that's the way.
That's the way, because they're all together. They're all kids.
Typical.
Yeah, they're all kids. Oh, let's see who can drink that gallon of fucking drink first. Oh, let's see how many of them flaming drinks there you can drink. And then the next day you wake up, fucking ill.
No,
and you think, how's that fun?
Fuck that.
You can't remember what happened the night before. I mean, I've had a few of them, but fucking hell.
I actually remember Special Brews Arcade.
Special Brews. That was the Reno.
Well, two of them, and that was it.
And a wee.
For the night.
No, me too.
I used to have blackouts on them.
No, that was, yeah.
I used to have blackouts on them.
What did Ozzy say? He used to drink fucking Geordie one, Newcastle Browns. Nuki Browns. Everyone used to be on them, didn't they?
And barley wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
barley wine. That was that was worse.
The little one, barley wine.
Fucking cherry bees and
cherry
all that
bees,
shit.
yeah.
And then the fucking what was that other one? A peach canine. That peach
Baby
canine.
shams.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell.
Brandy and baby sham.
Innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking try to drink it now. You know, try it now, you'd be like,
what
no.
The fuck's that, man?
That was proper posh.
Well, I used to drink them fucking, like you say, I think everyone had to go on them specials. But
no, everybody was on the special.
The only time I go specials if we had a date, because it was cheap enough to buy a couple, and you know, after having a couple of bottles,
you get what you want.
It was fucking yeah, right, darling. You know what I mean? It's fucking mint arcade. They were the days.
I remember waking up once in this fucking girl's house on the stairs. Fucking all naked. Couldn't remember a fucking thing. Couldn't remember a thing.
You was naked on the stairs.
The girl said, you got up to go to the toilet. She said, you never come back. Fucking like, he knew. And I'll tell you who it was. Fucking Diane Bonson. I was like that on the fucking stairs in her flat, and she said, you got up to go. I said, what the fuck else? She went, you got up to go to the toilet. She said, I said, you didn't come back. She said, I came out. She said, I just fucking left you there. Tell her, I fucking from that. And I said, oh, can't be drinking. I used to get home and I'd be like, fucking hell, I've got all that on my hands. Fucking, all like fucking all, like you've been eating something.
Grazes.
Yeah, and you'd be like,
where you fell.
And then you'd be like, what the fuck? And then you go out, and people be like, what's wrong with you? You're like, oh, fucking you were on it last night. You'd be like, that, what? When you're in the Reno, you'd be like, Reno. I don't remember fucking up. From that aspect, I thought, no, you can't be doing this.
Oh, Dave, but I wonder what you've been up to. I can't remember it.
What was that place fucking Ronnie Smart used to do?
Oh, yeah.
The Pickador.
I was looking back up the stairs.
Fucking lashed in there. So you get lashed in out fucking pernos like.
Oh, perno, man.
Fuck me.
That's my worst drunk ever.
I've been drunk and been a bit, but when I used to drink them specials, I mean, I could go out at 10 o'clock and by fucking 11:30, I wouldn't remember fuck all after that. I could have killed somebody.
Anything,
yeah.
You know.
I kicked the fucking mate down the stairs. You know, Wendell, in the Reno. Yeah, I was in there and fucking pissed.
But that, you know, them stairs in the Reno,
they were deadly, man.
I kicked him down the fucking stairs.
I used to stand there with Malcolm in that.
Come out to fight, and he's like, yeah, come on, let's go, come on. And he was bigger than me, and I was a bit, you know what I mean? I was a bit wary.
Why was you fighting just because you were
because he was trying to be fucking funny. I think I was with Trudy at the time, and There was him and there was Wendell, me, fucking Dave Smith, and that fucking Louis Grant.
Oh, fucking
Louis from Brookside, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, because he used to go to St. Margaret's, he's from here, right?
He's from Charlton, isn't he? He used to live in Charlton.
He's from fucking Wally Range. You know George? Remember George used to have the big American truck and all the buildings?
Yeah.
He used to live with him.
Right. I thought he was from Charlton.
No, he lived in Charlton when he started making money, but he was originally from Wally Range.
Right.
and he used to be a right fucker.
Right.
You know, nothing like he used to. He got me arrested on the bus once. Fucking 4 of us police assault. Yeah. Him and that Dave Smith, because they were big fucking lads.
Yeah, they were big.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And we was in the Reno one night, and they were pissed. And Wendell was fucking pissed. And Wendell used to go to school with him. So he's like, fucking hugging up to... And Trudy was in there, in the Reno. And she was only young, you know, at the time. And they started fucking throwing hints at her. You know, well, Wendell did, like, and then she said something to Wendell, and he went, yeah, well, if you think something like, if you think it's yours and it's only yours, that's up to you, but you're a fool, or something like that. But he was telling her, he's fucking about her. You know what I mean? So I said, no, he's telling her, I'm fucking about
No,
this.
I know, but was you?
Probably. It's not for him to fucking tell her, right? So the next thing is, I said to him, listen, keep your fucking nose out of my business. Oh, what are you fucking going to do? So I fucking shot him once you say something.
You've got to back it.
So I went, all right, come on, let's go. I said, come on, fucking outside. So he's pissed as well. He'll tell you today, I couldn't kick me down the stairs. So I'm going up the stairs like that. We get to the top, I open the door like that. Bang! Turn around like that, and boom! He just went fucking straight down.
He was out. He was out.
Out.
It was steep parking. You know the amount of people I had to stand there pissed up, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be standing at the top of the stairs with my long leather coat on,
holding on to the
shuffling. And then people would come upstairs and just go bang! Knocking down the stairs just for fun, you know. Fucking hell, it was mad. And Malcolm used to stand behind the speaker selling these fucking £5 strips of fucking weed, you know what I mean? It was fucking mad. Oh, fucking hell.
Persian and Latty was going on last night about this big
Latty Lawson?
No, Latty.
Oh, Latty.
Doorman, yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Sale.
Ah, fucking hell, I never
looks
know
well,
that. I'd love to see
he's
him.
on the sticks now.
Is it, yeah?
I'd love
to see him, man.
Nice.
He was like my fucking dad. He used to come and...
He's got a big design now. Where does he sell more?
Yeah.
Sell more.
He was in Cottier's last night. I did him, Cottier and Persian. But they, Latty and Persian was laughing about a big girl who fell down the stairs and then got wedged in the doorway, you know, at the bottom. But everybody so much still wanted to go in the arena that they were just climbing over her, you know, not helping her up. Yeah.
But that's what it was like, though. But the
arena, you think now, right? If that, like today, that club would never, wouldn't fucking open for 5 minutes. Can you imagine if there would have been a fire in there?
No.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Well, there's only the front, the back door.
Through the gap.
That back door was locked. It was always bolted up, the back door.
You know what I mean?
There'd have been fire in that fucking building.
The only time you ever got...
Jesus Christ, man. Because there's only that door that you'd get out, and one of them was always fucking bolted in the bottom.
You know what I mean?
There'd just be bodies piled up.
No,
the only time...
All
the years you went down there, how many times did you ever go out that back door? And the only reason you went out that back door is because the police was watching the fucking front.
Yeah.
People was fucking kept coming in late, so they went like that, fucking used the back door. And I only used that back door about fucking...
I think I went through it twice.
Yeah,
3, 4
Very rare. Like you know what I mean? And even if the door was open, people would have fell over all the shit in the yard. Everyone would have just piled up. Because that's what happens. People die in the stampede, don't they?
Yeah.
And you just say, fucking hell, man, if there was a fucking fire in there.
Have you started doing something there?
I don't know.
I was telling my mate.
No, that's where we did a test dig to see if it's still in there.
I was telling fucking John the other day. I said, got to go around to St. Linda's because John wasn't really a Reno guy, right?
Right.
So he thought.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't really. He was a town man. So I was saying to him, I said, oh yeah, so I go to Linda's, I said, you know this thing with the Reno? He said, oh yeah, I've heard something about it. What is it? I said, oh, well, they're going to excavate it. He went, what? He said, what do you mean excavate it? I said, you know, fucking dig it up, like, just to... He went, fucking hell. So we spread fucking Joe's ashes there the other week, last week. You know why, Joe?
Kicking?
Yeah.
You're joking?
Yeah.
Ah, fucking hell.
Fucking Joe said to me, we scattered his fucking ashes there the other week, only about 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
I said, well, he's going to get disturbed.
He's going to get,
Yeah, fucking, he died, dead quick, you know.
Right, he's another part of my life as well, Joe Kiggin.
Yeah, no
joking.
Yeah.
Fucking
I seen him, right, because you know how fucking big he went.
Yeah, he was big, wasn't he?
I was meeting this kid in fucking Charlton to get a weed off him. And I was fucking driving, and I was driving past that Witherspoons that used to be the snooker crawl in Charlton. And I seen him sat at the table, because he used to go out with my sister, fucking one of my lunatic sisters. So I seen him and I thought, oh, that's Joe. So I thought, oh, I've got 5 minutes when I meet this kid. I fucking stopped saying, I said, fuck it, and he was like that. I went, fucking hell, because he was like that.
Yeah, he was big.
Right, he was big, fucking red face. And then I seen him, and it's like he'd been on a fucking crash course diet.
What
and I went like that to him, I said, fucking hell, Joe. He said, fuck me, man. I said, you're looking fucking well. He said, you've lost some fucking weight, haven't you? He said, oh, but he said to me, oh, yeah. He said, I've stopped drinking now. He said, I've started eating a bit fucking better. And he started talking about his car, because that's all he was.
That's only what he said. What was it, Corsair?
Cars.
Corsair, that's what he said.
Anything that no one else had. Big fucking Mustangs. Couldn't put the petrol in them, but big Jags and all this. A bit like Steve when it comes to cars. And he said, no, I'm just getting this car sorted. He said, I'm getting my plate, because he had a plate, it had Joe Eagle.
No.
He said, I'm having that switched on to this Jag I've got in there. And then about a week later, I see fucking Joe. I said, fucking hell, I seen Joe the other day. You know, why, Joe? And he went, well, I said, no, I seen him. He just said, fucking hell, he's looking well. I said, yeah, I've lost some weight. Fucking son. I said, no, he's a gun. So he went, so he's still a fucking life. I said, what do you mean he's still alive? So do you know he's got fucking, he went to the fucking doctor to have for something, bad cough or some fucking bollocks. He's riddled with fucking cancer. Cancer here, cancer there, cancer there, cancer there. You give him something like fucking 6 weeks, didn't it? And he died within about 2 weeks of me seeing him. I couldn't fucking believe it.
That's what happened with Casey, with me. Couldn't believe it, Jed. And that, on Lloyd Street, you know that Pizza Bakers?
Yeah.
Fucking
but you know when you see someone walking out.
No, he was alright, Jed.
With an iron tank and tubes up the nose.
No, he didn't have none of that. He was in his chair.
Right.
It was before he went on holiday. Because he passed on holiday, didn't he? It's 2 days after I've gone to that pizza to get a sandwich and that with the kids, and fucking he's there and he's pulled up on his little scooter, and I've gone, right, what are you doing there, old man? And he's like, yeah, this is what I'm getting about on these days. Laughing and joking, he was fine, Arkin, but he didn't have no thing, because he was getting treatment now, wasn't he? Because he had a. I don't know. Last time I seen him was at Cooley. He had a big fucking argument to get fucking treated for whatever he was fucking going on, and it was on Facebook, and he said, "I'm happy now to realise that there is something wrong and he can fucking treat it." And I know he went through a lot of shit trying to get sorted anyway. But when I seen him, it was like me and you standing up and in the shop and laughing and joking. I was like, yeah, man, you alright though? Yeah, I'm going away now. Going away. Wow. Couple of days. Got on that fucking plane and bang, you know what I mean? Died on the way, didn't he? Fucking got away, went to the hotel. They've all gone like, come on, let's go out. He's gone, oh, I'm going to stay in for a bit. I don't feel well. They've come back and he's dead.
Wow.
Fucking mad, that kid. But he looked well when he was speaking to me. He looked well, and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, man. Couldn't believe it. You know what else you need to try and get hold of? Manny Buckle.
Yeah.
I need to get hold of him. I've got his phone number somewhere. I'll try and get hold of him.
I've not seen him at Cooley's.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for fucking years. Must be 20.
I think because he went through a bad time, innit?
Yeah, I got the game with him and all that. But I think...
I didn't know Manny did.
Yeah.
I think
he didn't really...
He doesn't want to live in the past, with his past. That's the thing with Manny. That's because I've spoke to people and they say, you don't want to fucking... You know, you try and get hold of him, and
yeah.
he just, cause like I say, that's the only funeral I've ever seen him come to. His school is.
Well, I speak to him on Facebook and that, innit?
Oh yeah, he's always on Facebook, but he does drum. He's like a rehabilitation.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's what he does now.
He's doing well. He's got a lovely wife.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be.
Seen his daughter?
No, I've seen pictures.
He's got fucking dropped dead.
Yeah, he's got himself back together now.
Yeah, well
back together. But I don't think he wants to.
Yeah.
No, but that's his life. He can't.
I know, but some people do.
No, I understand that, but that's
some
his
people
life.
don't want to live in the past.
You know, like
there's
some of the
shame
things
to it.
I did a video going to work in the van. You know, like shame biting and all that. You know, what's his name? Fucking going back to my roots. What's his name?
Going back to my roots. What's his name? Fucking hell. He did fish, shame biting. Life's so frightening. Well, the only one I know going back to my roots is that, what was his name?
Lemon Dozier.
Yeah.
Lemon Dozier. I was singing that in the van. I said, this goes out to my old friend Manny. I slammed it on fucking Facebook, and he got back to me straight away. He said, rah. It's so fucking good, though, because we remember Frida Fagali. And me and Fagali, that's where me and Manny met. And we used to fucking sit in her house before the Reno, waiting for the Reno.
Yeah.
Her husband used to do the doors, Mick.
Right.
And she used to go out to her sisters and what have you, and she used to let me and fucking Manny stay in the house. And we used to make carrots and all that and build bongs and chillings and get high as a fucking kite, and then we go on the corner street, you know, all fucked up and all that. It was fucking, it was mad. It was mad. Even with him, some of the stories me and him could fucking say, you know what I mean? It's just madness. But you know, like for me, it's like, I've done things with you, I've done things with Crazy Steve, I've done things with so-and-so, there's fucking loads of, you know, like little things, and you know, like together everyone can bounce off each other. Exactly. I'd love everyone to, you know, like just have that little get together and, you know what I mean?
Don't forget, the 16th of December, there's a Christmas party in the park, 6 till 12, I told you, didn't I?
I remember fucking Steve. I called him the angel. In fucking Reno. Did you know he was a gobby cunt, but he couldn't fight? You know what I mean? He was all mouth, Steve. He could. I never seen. Yeah, he was all mouth. He was all mouth. You know what I mean? When he was intimidated, I knocked about without coming for about 10 years. I never seen him put his hands up once. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He was a tricky bastard. You know what I mean? And I remember he was with this fucking black girl. I can't remember what her name was. I think she was from London originally, and she bought him a white suit. You know, white suits.
Terry.
I can't remember what the girl's name was.
She used to go out with the Chinese girl. Half cash she was, Terry.
No, this was a black girl, and she bought Steve a white suit. You know, when fucking Saturday Night Fever was out. Remember the blue light in the Reno? Yeah. If you had a bit of fucking dandruff, it all.
Yeah.
He came in, we went come in the Reno one night, me and him, right, and he's giving that sheriff. Remember the sheriff? He used to work in Reno.
His pink lips.
He was always, because of his dad, and Steve's dad. And
he battered him, didn't he?
Listen. So we're in the Reno. Listen, we sat at the table, me, fucking this girl. We pull these two girls, it's me, this girl, this other girl, Steve's there, and Steve's trying to be pretty fucking big bollocks with Sheriff by, you know, talking to him like he's shit. You know what I mean, basically.
Poor Sheriff.
Yeah.
Just minding his own business with his glasses.
So, Sheriff said to him, something like, don't talk to me like that, or I'll fucking sort of chastise you, sort of thing. And Steve's like, who are you talking to, eh? So he went to walk away, Sheriff, and Steve got up, man, and he went running towards Sheriff, right? I fucking laugh a minute. And that Sheriff just turned around like that. Because he's a little fat fucking running. He turned around like that, and Steve was running at him, and he just went, got Steve by the throat, by the balls, and picked him up like that under the light, and he looked like the light just shone out, and he just went like that, boom! Steve was out cold.
Steve was out cold.
Oh no.
Steve was out cold, man.
Oh,
he
no.
picked him up and he just
In his white suit.
in the white suit under the blue light, and the minute he picked him up to the light,
Made him
the
into-
white had just come off the suit, and then he just fucking body slammed it on the floor and was out. All the suit was ripped up the back. He still gave him money for a new suit because he said, "I'm coming, come back here, I'm gonna fucking burn this place down." Fucking funny, man. That's some fun with that fucking Steve, man. Honestly, got some laughs. I went to Leeds once. Right? me and John Savage, right? Because Savage used to pay because he had the money.
Yeah.
Because he was so Steve would have the car. So what we do, we go to the fucking.
Is that when he had the Mazda?
When he had all different cars. He had a pink fucking Jag at one time when he had the Doberman. So he Don Tony's used to have the wine shop on Claremont Road.
Yeah.
On the corner.
Yeah.
Well, Steve used to go with this, I can't remember her name, dark haired girl, small.
Oh, the Asian girl.
No, she was white, small white girl. 4 hour
I
cows.
know who you mean.
Cerise or something. What her name?
He used to
Cerise
call
or
her
something?
Per. That wasn't her name, he used to call her Per. And she worked for Don Tony because the other one, she was friends with the one that run the Russell.
That's right, yeah, I know what you mean.
But then there was a big love affair, her and Steve.
Yeah, at the time,
Yeah.
So he, we used to go to the off license there and get a drink. You know,
I used to work in the off license.
John would buy a drink, you know, so we'd go. So one day John said, "Let's go, sure man, let's go out of town today, man. Let's go and get some drinks. Let's go out of town." So we ended up in fucking Leeds, right, in Chapel Town in Leeds. So we go in this fucking gambling house. John wants to gamble, you know. So we go in this gambling house, we're fucking having a drink, start skinning up. Me and Steve, this guy come over. "Hey, what are you doing, man?" I said, "What?" "So what are you doing?" I said, "We're having a weed, man." I said, "We're having a draw." "You can't do that here." Fucking Steve, "What do you mean? Do you know where we're from?" You know, fucking there we go. You know, "Do you know where we're from? We're Manchester, man. We do our own, man. You can't do that here, man." Next minute, it was about fucking 5 or 6. "No, man, you gotta leave, man. You gotta leave, man." So there was these girls there. So these, I don't know who went over and started. Anyway, we ended up at these girls' house. They said, "Oh, come round, you can have a smoke and a drink round there." So I'm trying to get my underwear with this person. So, you know, "Oh, let's have a look round." I said, "Oh, you live here? Let's have a look round. You know, go upstairs. Boom, shut the door. Shut the fucking bedroom. Shut the bedroom door and like, "Come on, take your clothes off, man."
Oh my God.
I think, "What do you mean now? That's why you've been buying us here, man." That fucking Savage comes in and sits on the bed. And she's like that with Savage. Don't go, don't go.
Oh, yeah.
And Savage, that fucking Savage, he sat there like that in the bed. I'm like, "What are you in a fucking vicar? What do you want, John? Fuck off." And the bed's like, "No, it's alright." So I just fucking went off. Next minute, so anyway, we leave there after a bit. So we're driving down. Oh, let's go to this fucking chippy first. And we're pissed back this time, man. So we go to this chippy, Chinese chippy. Right, going. You know what we're doing? Chips and gravy, chips and gravy. Or someone else had chips and curry. Fucking Steve orders some chips and curry or something. And the guy says, "Steve, so can I have a fork?" The guy said, Chinese, "Fork? You're 2p for a fork." "Do you mean 2p for a fucking fork? I was supposed to eat fucking chips and gravy without a fucking fork. What do you mean 2p for a fucking fork?" And throws the fucking chips at the guy. I get police. So we had to fucking get out of there. We gets out of there, we jumps in the car, and we're driving down the motorway now, the M62. So fucking Steve's gone like that. "I don't give a fuck anyway." He said, I got this watch." "What do you mean you got the watch?" "Let's have a look." He went, No. He says, "I've got this." He said, "This is John." And John's like, then, "Wait a minute, I put fucking fuel in the car and I'll be buying the drink. If there's any fucking watches going around, I should be getting that." You know what I mean? So Steve like, "No, this is mine." So John went like that. "Alright, let me just have a look." So he sat in the front, John. Fucking Steve's driving. Fucking gives him the fucking watch, and John's like that. I'm sat behind him. He just opened the window like that. Fucking shit. Through out the fucking window. Fucking shit on the M60. fucking Steve. Still, Steve says, yeah, John, give us the watch back. John went, I've fucking thrown it out the window. No, I don't mess about, John, give us the watch back. He said, I've just thrown it out the fucking window, piece of shit. Fucking reversing on the motorway. I'm like, fucking, I think, Jesus, how can we get away with some of the shit we got away with?
Did he get his watch?
Nah, it was all bits and pieces down the fucking motorway. I think he found the fucking strap and the glass bit and that was it. Boy, you fucking hell, that Steve used to have me in stitches. Remember him, Andy? White Andy.
White Andy?
The mad cunt. Steve's mate.
Yeah. Fucking
One who punched the fucking holes in the wall, in the ceiling, when they put the new ceiling up. Do you remember him, Mad Andy?
No.
He used to go in the Reno. He was a burglar.
No.
Yeah, he was a burglar.
Good burglar.
Ugly looking bastard. But he used to go out into these big houses and burgle.
Oh, we called him Lurch. Baldy head.
No, he was.
No.
No, he just looked like a bulldog chewing a bee.
Okay.
He always come in the Reno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
I'd seen him in there one day, and he's fucking pissed dancing. He's got fucking fivers, and he's going like that, throwing them on the fucking floor, and then dancing away over there, you know. Someone coming in, go like that, and he fucking had him.
Oh.
Not kick him, but just fucking right near him. Right, but he used to spend money in there, so Phil put up with all the shit. You know when he had the fucking sign put up and they all got smashed? That was him. He threw a fucking half a tree through the fucking... Because what happened is he went in there one... But Steve, right, because he was a good mate of Steve. Right. Steve sort of didn't agree with what he did, some of the things he did, but then he used to say to Phil, yeah, but you keep serving him drink. You know what he's like when he's pissed. Yet you fucking serve him, because he'd spend money. And he'd drink brandy, get a brandy, he'd just go, get another one. Get another one. That's what he was like. He went in there one night and Phil had just had the roof done, the ceiling. He just had all the ceiling done. Right, and he's gone in there and he's fucking pissed. And he used to frighten me. When he used to come and he was drunk, I'd be like, oh no. Because you never know if he can turn on you.
Yeah.
And he looked menacing, man.
Yeah.
His fucking hands were like shovels. He was a horrible fucking looking fucker. You know what I mean? So he's in the Reno one night and he's dancing a fucking round. He punchballed that fucking ball he used to have.
Like club ball.
He used to have a glitter ball.
Glitter ball.
Back in the day, he went like that one day. Boom! Fucking smashed it right across. He paid for it. You know, Phil got money off him for it. Then he put that blue fucking light up. Then he had all the fucking roof plasterboarded, Phil.
Yeah.
Right? Not even had it painted. That was in there one night, right? Fucking dancing around. Fucking messing about, you know. And he's like that. And he just went fucking straight through the ceiling. And he done it about 3 times. And Buddy, Phil's lad, and fucking Phil came out with fucking bats. And fucking broke, they battered him.
Oh wow.
They battered him, they nearly broke his fucking hands. Next time I seen him, his fucking hands was in cast. And Steve's like, wait, when I come off his hands, he's going to go back there. And you know what he did? He went back one night and he locked the door. He was trying to get in the door. They locked the fucking door on him. And he went across the road to where the grass was. And they just planted these fucking seedlings. And he fucking pulled one of these fucking trees out. And he went back. And the fucking sign, it had the new railway, fucking threw it through it. And Phil had to beg Steve to speak to him because they were terrified of him. But Steve said, well, you take liberties, you fucking both of you attacking with fucking baseball bats when he's pissed. What do you think he's going to do? Of course he's going to come back and fucking dig his in. Yeah, fucking Andy. Why Andy?
Fucking Andy. Oh no. I remember that now one night. You remember that the geezer used to be, I don't know whether he was fucking black or half caste. I think he was black. He used to be in the army. He used to think he was a bit of a boy then. And fucking he started fucking with Phil one night. Phil took the same baseball bat. Started beating him. We've gone outside now. And Phil's like that chasing him with the bat. He's fucking geezer's going And Phil stood there in the back, just lashing out with his bat, and this geezer's gone, I'm lifting him back up like that. And Phil's twatting him with his bat, and the geezer's gone, I fucked off. That's the first time we got a lick with a bat.
Yeah.
Oh, there was some shit going on down there. Remember Timber?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Timber used to do the fucking
Trip.
now you see this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 discs.
Yeah.
Pick the right one.
Which
Pick
one's
the
the
right
right
one.
one? Which
Pick's the right
Here's
one.
the chalk on the white.
Yeah, him and Derek used to do it. He used to make some money, him, you know.
Yeah.
I went with him once to Bradford.
Yeah.
Used to be a white guy who looked like an Hell's Angel. Can't remember his name. He had like a Van Dyke. Used to walk with him all the time. He was like a ginger-haired guy.
No.
I know what you mean.
Can't remember.
Yeah, but
Jed.
on his fucking eye.
Yeah, Jed or Jeff.
Jed, I think his name was.
Jed. He had like a little Van Dyke and a little golden beard.
But no.
Well, he used to be, because, you know, he used to have people. Derek used to
working
do
with him, yeah.
You know, light-skinned Derek.
Yeah.
The pimp Derek. He used to do it, because what they do, they go out of town. And they do all that in the pub. So you'd have this white guy
And he'd come across.
pretending
Yeah.
he was a customer,
Yeah.
to get everyone in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with him once to Bradford. Then I'd make some fucking money. I used to think, what the fuck, man, I wish I could do that. Because I used to do it. He used to say to me, don't play. Say, no, I want to play. When he was in the alley, he'd go in the alley and say, no, don't play. And he'd do that with the fucking thing.
Yeah.
He'd put a mark on it.
And he'd pick it.
With his thumb, you know, and you think, hey, he's put chalk. I can see which one it is, the chalk on it. It's the one with the chalk on it.
It's not.
Well, you do that, and you bet your fucking life it's that one. You fucking go like that. No way, it's this one over here. And you think, it's got the thumbprint on it. He must have wiped it off and put it on another one.
Yeah.
But he does it that quick, you don't see him.
Yeah.
Amount of times I've seen fucking people lose money in that fucking pub.
Yeah.
I used to think, fucking hell, if I could do that, I'd be fucking rich, man. But, you know, they all knew him.
In my side, he did.
Well, they all knew him.
He used to venture in the day, in the day for all the Irish.
Yeah, the paddies, on the weekend.
Reno,
I like to say he used to go out of town. Like I say, I went with him that time to Bradford. I think it was me, Derek. I think his name was Jed and Timber. Funny man, funny.
The way he used to talk was the best.
Like a gentleman.
Like I did this way.
Yeah. No, he was a showman, wasn't he?
Don't take your eye off the white. Yeah, he's fucking safe with him.
Anyway, he was another one.
Who was the old African geezer? No, he wasn't. I don't think he was African. You know, he's Jamaican, wasn't he? He used to come down and hit the floors and all that.
Funnily enough, I was just thinking about him.
Hit the floor.
He used to come in, he used to get pissed out of his head, little skinny guy.
Oh.
And he used to hit the floors, slap the floors and all that, and dance around like that, pissed out of his head.
It was something like Aggie. It was something like, I know who you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
I know who you mean.
Everyone, he used to annoy you, but everyone used to say, no, you can't do that with him.
I don't know what I know.
He used to work in the mind. Beiji, that's it.
Is that him?
Beiji. That's him, Jed.
You can't do this one.
That's him, man.
See me. They call me Beardy, man. They call me Beardy. He used to pick me glasses up and all that.
He used to shout a lot of
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know me, don't talk to me, you don't know me. Beardy,
He was funny, yeah.
Fucking Beardy. There used to be another one, I got a picture
There's bare characters down there, you know, like...
There was one called Cisco.
Fucking hell,
He was like Willie, he was like Wilson. He's bad. I've got him on the photograph, Cisco. They call me Cisco. They call me Cisco. You know what I mean? They call me Cisco. And he was dead, you know, back then, because you think, oh, he's cool.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you think, he's cool, man. You know what I mean?
But
He used to wear a crumby white shirt. But then after you got to know him, you think, he's as mad as a fucking match. Yeah.
Match is straight as well.
There's bare characters now.
No pure mad people. I just remember the big black guy. He was dead tall and dead big, and he used to wear a polo neck but with a tie on it. And he used to punch out the ceiling.
The only one I remember was Mr. Brooks.
No, this guy was
Remember him?
youngish.
Mr. Brooks.
Used to wear the Wellingtons.
No.
African guy who's about 7 foot tall.
Oh, and he used to do the crazy dance.
Never really went to Reno.
He never really talked or nothing.
Never spoke to anyone.
Never
I remember him
talked.
from Denmark Road, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, I remember him. This camera won't pick up.
And he was about 7 foot. He used to wear
Yeah.
fucking wellies. Real fucking weird geezer.
No, and every so often, is this right, Dave? Every so often, a tune would get to him about once a month, and he'd do this crazy dance, proper, where everyone would get off the dance floor and let him do it, and then he'd leave. I remember him, yeah.
Mr. Brooks.
Where he'd touch the floor and do all mad gyrating and everything in his wellies.
Remember, I didn't go in there much, but you used to see him outside one of them. You cross the fucking road, man. You see him because you think, oh, he's not.
And he used to sweat when his dance come on.
Sweat big out. He
would
used to
come out of him.
ride them fucking, you know, them, the army coats.
Yeah, that's
big
right.
long army coats,
Yeah.
you know them. Used to wear them.
Did I fucked up afro?
No.
No.
He didn't really have a fucking afro. I'm thinking if he used to wear, did he used to wear a fucking helmet or something? He was a real weird guy.
No, he was proper out there with
Oh, yeah, really.
like you think if they found a serial killer, if they found all bodies, he's probably done it.
Yeah.
He's the one you say to your kids, I'll go and get him. You know what I mean? I'll send you to him, you know, because he'd frighten.
No, he was
He'd frighten the fuck out of anybody, because you knew he wasn't right.
Yeah.
And he'd just come in, he wouldn't talk to anyone, he'd just walk about.
What was the black tranny? Shirley.
Fucking
Shirley.
Steve's bit.
Yeah. Oh, he's nice.
And she used to live
She used to live on the flat. You remember the transvestite?
Yeah, oh, the
Shirley.
front one.
Yeah, the fattish one.
Yeah.
And who was the other one?
Oh,
the other one, the skinny one.
Yeah.
Oh, Cerise.
Cherie.
Yeah.
That was Steve's girlfriend as well.
Because she had a beautiful E-type jag, didn't she?
She lived on the estate there.
Yeah, but she had a
She
beautiful...
lived on Quinny Pleasant.
She lived on Quinny Pleasant.
Cherise.
Oh, Shirley, I forgot about Shirley.
Oh, Shirley.
Yeah,
She was the first. I remember, like I say, when I was about 10 or 11, when I moved back to my mum, seeing her, because my mum married a Bayesian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stephanie's dad's a Bayesian.
Yeah.
And so they used to all come to the house at weekend, and what they do is go in the cellar and they play cards through the weekend. And what you do is you sit at the top of the fucking stairs, waiting to someone say, "Yeah, go to the shop and get us a new packet." And you get some change, take the bottles back and all that, Coke bottles, and buy new packs of cards. You're going to be there the whole fucking weekend. You know what I mean? And she came once, or she, whatever.
Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley.
With her terrible tits. Remember, she didn't like the operation. She just
there used to be a white guy that used to come down the Reno as well with tits. Do you remember him? Glasses.
No, the only two I remember was his way that I remember from when I was like 10, 11. There used to be two. One was called Jimmy, and the other one was called, what was it, Jimmy and Bubbles, I think.
Bubbles?
They both get guys, didn't dress as women. Jimmy was the shoplifter. Top, slim guy. Top fucking shoplifter. Skinny guy. Remember John? Gay John?
Yeah.
He used to have the bar in fucking, that black Steve used to have.
Yeah.
He was in that crowd. There was Bubbles and Jimmy, he was called. I think he died out. But he used to walk around, especially Bubbles, he had like permed hair. Permed hair.
I remember fucking Bubbles, yeah.
You know how he used to walk around like that? And this is before you knew about this. When it was probably still illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably still legal, homosexuality.
They was all the fucking...
And there was them two, that they were the first gay people I ever met. And that Shirley, he was the first transvestite I'd ever seen.
There was a
people you still used to say, "This woman." No man, he's a man.
He's a man.
And you'd be looking, thinking, with the fucking high heels on and the shit.
They used to all go to Piccadilly and places like that. What was that other place where all the gays used to go? There was another place as well. There was the Piccadilly, and there was somewhere else. Because the Piccadilly was on the other side of Shrewdale.
Yeah.
And then there was somewhere else where they used to go, because I caught that fucking, is it Slack Alice's? Is it Slack Alice's? I'm sure it was, because I met that. You remember Vivian Terene? She used to be with Brad Crothers, with Scotch Lot and all that.
All right.
So I caught her, I was about 19. She used to be with, what's his name? Thorne. The one that...
Dougie.
Not Dougie, the other one. The one. No, not Ryan.
Roy.
The one, no, the other one.
Oh,
Phil.
Yeah.
She used to be with him, but he was locked up. He was doing, because he was a bad thief, wasn't he? And he was doing a few years. And she used to phone him, and I used to sit on the bed while she was phoning him and all that. I used to be banging it royal. My mum hated it because she was older than my mum, but she was a darling. A fucking darling. I used to fucking chase her everywhere, just fucking get her from the Russell. She would try to get in taxis, try to get away with like that, and drive this fucking taxi, mate. I'll fucking do it. Taxi. You know, madness. But she was with all the Scotch lot. And fucking out there with a big knife one day. It was all in there. Fucking my ass fell out, but I had to front it. I had to front it because they opened the door just like, yeah, you better get out now, you fucking lot, man. I was only a kid, it was fucking mad. Fucking mad. She was with a woman as well, innit? Because she used to do all the men on the, you know, on the backhand, like. But what was her woman's name? What was her woman? She used to drive buses. She's a bit of an handy bitch as well.
Fucking Madame? Fucking hell.
Proudfoot.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Well, even the judge fucking said she frightens people. She got done, didn't she, for GBH or something.
Just for frightening people.
And the judge said at the trial, he said, I can fucking understand why fucking fully grown men are fucking terrified.
Yeah, she was crazy.
She was fucking mad.
Fucking Snowy cut.
Hey, Brennan! No fucking teeth. Come here.
I am. Everyone used to be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
No, what the fuck? Because even if you could beat her, you just didn't want the shit.
No.
You just didn't want.
Because you'd have fucking shit. Joey up your ass.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Fucking.
He was another one. He was another fucking one. You had to watch him.
Right, Joey Proudfoot.
Yeah, he liked to pull out a knife and stab you. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. And then fucking Chris.
We was all crazy, man. Don't you think?
Yeah, you think, now you do, you know, and you think, you know, if you was to sit down and talk to a person, you'd think, oh, you're a bad person.
Well, it wasn't about that. Just wasn't about that.
You're not really.
That's the hard part of getting it across.
To people.
It was fucking do or die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't do or die maliciously. It was fucking, you just had to survive.
Yeah.
And if you had to fucking bottle someone, stab someone, punch someone, kick someone, to survive that fucking evening.
You had to do it.
You had to do it, Arky.
Get your ass kicked.
You know what I mean? It was fucking...
and come back next week and hope nobody fucking recognises it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because, you know, that's just the way it is. Once a person... I always said from a detention centre, I always said to myself, I don't give a fuck if I get my head kicked in. I'm going to get a fucking smacking. Because as a bully... only wants to bully soft people. If he thinks, even if he can kick your ass, if he thinks he's going to have to fight you to bully you, he'll pick on somebody else.
It's not worth the while.
It's not. Even if he knows he can beat you up, he knows he's going to have to fight you. Whereas he can go to some other cunt and just get what he wants without having to fight him, just by threatening him. Well, so I always come up with that attitude of, you better get the first one in. You know what I mean? No matter what, and it's, you know, I was in Liverpool, in Tommy Moore's, in Provy, only me there, mixed race, all fucking Scousers. All Scousers there.
Scousers, the 8 man.
Yeah, I had one guy one day, he was like supposed to be the cock. Dibbo, he was called. Dibbo. They call me Dibbo. Fucking pop my fucking face.
Mine was Steve Kelly from fucking Salford in a Proof Skills.
We went out one day to some fucking place. Alca.
Oh my gosh.
Because, like I say, when I was in a Provy, it was like fucking being in fucking the army. They'd have you up at 6 o'clock in the morning, marching round the square.
It's proper.
No, it's fucking serious. Marching. They'd have you when you came in. They put you in the gym. They put you on
circuits and fucking
right, what they call circuits.
Fucking hell, you did the first one.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
And you did the middle
screwing
one.
up.
But when you was going out, when you was
You
going
have
to
to do
get
the last
you
one.
have to do the last one, and that you
But basically, it's like exercises.
Innit?
Like,
Builds you
well,
up.
you look at it, you think, oh, it's easy enough.
Fuck.
You know, what do you mean, pick the bench up like that 3 times? And you used to have them benches at school in the PE ones. You know, they were about that high.
You used to have hooks on underneath.
Yeah.
That used to fall down.
Yeah, you put them on the wall bars.
On the wall bars,
and then you do like lifts, squats with them. And then you stand on them and jump bunny jumps.
Yeah.
And then you do star jumps, 5 of these, and you think, 5 of them, 5 of them, 5 of them.
By the time you did fucking 3 laps.
Yeah. By the time you done it 3 times, you'd be fucking throwing your nuts up. I was as sick as a dog the first time I did it. Sick. I mean, actually, spewed up. But I tell you what, I came out of there as fit as a fucking butcher's dog, mate. You know what I mean? No cigs, no smoking.
Alright, at school.
You know what I mean? And it's just pure exercise.
Alright? Hello?
But that's what I always thought that,
Were I at school?
There was this Scouse kid, and he says,
where you going to school?
He says to me,
where you going to school?
We went out on a day thing.
Right, okay. No, we're not done yet.
We're on the bus and we get off the bus and it's like in Southport and it's windy. The approved school's in Southport, it's windy, you're on the fucking front. This cunt goes like, hey Law, give me your fucking jacket. I went, what? He said, I'm fucking cold, lad, give me your fucking jacket. I went, nah man, because you give up, you just take the piss. I just went, nah man, I said, you got your own fucking jacket, you know what I mean? I said, you got your own jacket, you know what I mean, mine? I'll fucking see you when we get back. Whatever. You know what I mean? And fucking gets back, and he was a big cunt, you know what I mean? So he gets back and he had like a toilet in the yard, he had like the yard, and then in the corner there was like old fashioned toilet where you go in, you walk, So I've gone in there for the piss. Next minute I turn around, the cupboard's there. Festival. And he just went bang. But I thought I can't really fight him. But he went, and then he went, next time I fucking ask for your jacket, you fucking give me your jacket, right? And I just blanked him and went out. And about a month or so later, do you know Noel Joseph?
Noel Joseph?
No Joe. He was friendly with Keggy. He lived on Whittington Road and Locks. His name was Noel Joseph. Called him No Joe. That's where I met him, right? You ever see him say, Brennan? I met him, this black kid, and he was fucking... Now, you're only up to 18 in this place, you know what I mean? So they're like 16, 17, so... But some of the lads were big lads. He came in, man. He wasn't big, but he was muscular. You know what I mean? And me and him fucking got on together like a fucking house on fire, man. And one day we're in the fucking chute, waiting for the fucking goat to get food. And this fucking scouse gun, this dippo just starts walking to the front. And that always, hey, where the fuck are you going? You think it's like, do you mean where am I fucking going? Do you know who I am? I'm fucking Dibbo. That door went, don't give me who the fuck you are. Boom! Fucking boom! Laid him out. I was stood behind him like, yeah. Because he had the mate, this cunt, he had the mate, a little ginger haired bastard. You know what I mean? He was a gobby little bastard. But you got him on his own. He wouldn't, you could kick his ass. But because he was with his Dibbo all the time and he was his backup, and they'd snide you. They'd ambush you type thing, you know what I mean? When he knocked this kid out, I thought, yes. So yeah, I looked at this ginger cunt and went, you're next. Fucking one night, in the fucking, when we were all doing like, having the TV and all, I just went in the other room, just battered his ginger head kid.
You did?
Yeah, but he was a mouthy cunt.
Yeah, he's bare.
You always get him in the jail. Some little mouthy bastard who, you got him on his own in a room, he wouldn't be talking like that. But because he's in the gang and what they call it, like the daddy, the cop.
That's what you call him. You used to call him the daddy.
The daddy. Who's in charge of the fucking... Basically, he could batter everybody in the place.
It wasn't so. It's just that they had a fucking...
Some were bullies.
You know what I mean?
Some were alright.
Fucking... My nemesis was Steve Kelly in the Proof School.
Steve?
No,
okay.
this white kid from Salford.
Hello.
I'm fucking, like, I'd only been there a while.
Hello.
He was fucking.
Alright, D.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, mate, where are you?
He fucking jumped up, I've jumped up. Oh, come on, then. He battered me all right. You know what I mean?
I'm just, I'm doing an interview.
Crazy, man. Fucking crazy.
I'm with Marcus here.
Who's that?
No, Marcus Lane. And, eh? Okay, yeah, call us back. Alright, mate. See you in a bit, D. Take care, man.
Who's that?
Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, okay,
I've
now.
been doing anything for about fucking 15 years.
Wow.
Dave Lawrence. I seen him a few weeks ago.
I've not seen him for fucking ages.
It's the same one, he lives. Where was
No, last time I knew, he lived in Sale. Last time I knew him, you know, he's
oh yeah, I know.
you know,
I know what you mean now.
you know,
yeah.
Tommy and what was the other guy that used to work on the door on the fucking Reno that had the trouble with Chris? At the Nile. What was his name?
The big black guy.
Yeah, big guy, big eyes.
He used to go with that, didn't he? We was talking about him.
Yeah, there was Tommy, which.
That he used to always let us in.
And then there was the other. What was his name?
Fucking.
He had the trouble with Chris, didn't he? He cut Chris, I think.
Crisotto?
Yeah, he had trouble with someone with a hatchet or a fucking hammer or something. What was his fucking
Tex, yeah. Tex.
Big Tex.
Yeah, he was a big cunt.
That's Dave. Him and Dave were related, weren't they? They were related, but he's dead.
Tex, is he? Yeah.
Died about a year or so ago. He lived in Oldham. He moved to Oldham. Found him in his fucking house, dead.
Fucking hell. I used to be close with him as well, that Tex.
Yeah, he was alright, big
close
Tex.
with him, yeah.
Because he used to do the door at the Nile.
Yeah, the Nile, yeah. Marcus, what? No trouble. Fucking hell, I'm just going up there for a drink. No, just no trouble. He's everywhere you went.
Yeah, he was a fucking.
It was always fucking, you know what I mean? Because it was two different worlds, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And I used to go up there and he'd be getting, Marco, they're not in the fucking Reno. But he wouldn't say it to you, but you'd hear him fucking saying it to someone, you know what I mean? What are you fucking saying? Fucking hell. And that, remember Percy from the Western next door? He used to go, yeah, that's what he used to do.
And the rascal, you're in the club.
Yeah.
I mean, I let you wine it, and I want those guys fucking trouble. You must come out of the place, man.
Fucking hell. He used to make us fucking laugh. You're standing there like that, looking at him, laughing in his face, and he's cussing you. Fucking mad, Jim. Fucking mad.
So like someone was strangling him when he was talking.
I remember him. Yeah.
I let you know it, I let you come in my club and all the rascal, you want to fuck them out.
It's fucking mad, man.
He was another one. What was the other one? Fucking Fredericks. Barry.
Fucking Barry Fredericks.
Oh, he was
fucking
another
hell.
one, man. He was another one that used to make me fucking laugh.
He had about, I thought I had a lot of kids, but he had fucking rare kids in, didn't he? Fucking Barry used to live on fucking Richmond Grove, opposite the police station. That's where he used to live, Richmond Grove, next to the 5-minute car wash.
And he used to have that fucking. And he had the shebeen there as well on Broadfield Road.
Yeah, fucking hell. That fucking. What did he used to lick out fucking the black in it?
Yeah.
All the time, and if you ever wanted black, it's got to see black.
But to be honest, when I first started smoking, that's all there was.
Yeah, black and.
I remember the very first time I brought fucking
Temple
weed.
Bowl and all that shit.
Was it the Modern House?
Yeah.
Off Barrington. Off Barrington. No, it was Nepalese. It was
Nepalese, red
proper fucking solid black fucking. Because there was no weed about. That's what people used to smoke.
I don't know. Weed off fucking.
Well, yeah, but when I first remember smoking when I was about 15, it was always solids.
Mm.
Yeah, it was, you know, yeah.
It was always solids. And then African weed started to come in.
Yeah, because I started smoking in fucking New Mills.
Was it solids?
Yeah. But it's hippie.
But it
guys.
was, but it was proper.
Hippie guys'
It's not like the shit you get now.
Like,
It was proper, you know. I remember you used to get these things called fucking Nepalese balls.
yeah, fucking.
Oh, strong as fuck.
Used to blow your head off, didn't it?
You know like that. You have one split. That'll be you at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Fucking yeah. First time I bought a fucking. I think it was a. Was it wasn't even a 10 bob fucking drum? I think it was 2. Yeah, but then you used to get fucking. You know, for 10 shillings, you get.
We used to 50p.
You get like
50p.
what,
When
yeah.
I first started buying weed in Moss Side, it was 50p.
Yeah.
And you used to get the £5 wraps you used to get,
Yeah.
50p. And then it went up to £1.
Yeah, yeah.
And you used to get, you know, like, if you went and got 3 wraps for a fucking £3, you was high, Jed. You was high, you know what I mean?
Because it was proper, not like. I remember the first time I smoked Thai weed, Thai stick weed. And I looked at it, this kid brought it, I think it was Johnny who brought it. And he said, have you smoked this? And it was like on a stick.
Stick with a fucking piece of...
Yeah, the wire, and it was green like grass. I'd never seen it, because weed was all brown.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, it's fucking shit, eh? It was fucking...
Well, it was nice, wasn't it?
Ooh.
My mum, that's how my mum caught me smoking that.
Lovely.
Remember Steve Baker? He used to live off fucking... He used to be with a lesbian girl, but he always he's always on the fucking underground market, and he always had Thai weed. He used to always have it. And we met him on the fucking underground market, and he said to me one day, I've got some green. Remember that club that used to be around the corner? You used to have shorts, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you used to have that fucking road in between the underground market.
Yeah, yeah.
And there used to be a club there.
Jumble.
No, not that was the pub.
All right, yeah.
There used to be a club, like a fucking sports club on the side there. We used to go in there and he used to get it out. We'll go with yours if you want. We'll smoke this. And I used to think, well, weed's weed, innit? You know what I mean? Fucking hell. We sat in the fucking house after 2 drawers and the shit like that, fucking mashed up in the house. But the fumes used to go on the fucking door. My mum like that, banging on the door. What's that smell? What are you doing in there? Oh, it's nothing. I've just burnt a piece of paper. But we'd be twisted up in the house. I love it and laugh. I've never laughed so much in my life off of fucking weed than that time. That Thai weed was fucking awesome, man. Be any of the weed that's about today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's all you know,
chemicals
like,
today.
of course it fucking is, you know what I mean? Because you can't get that high off weed. That's bollocks straight. How do you get addicted to weed, for fuck's sake? You know what I mean?
No, I can't. I can smoke some of it, but...
Well, I hadn't.
You know, you get some and you just think...
I hadn't got
something. You want to smoke something, it's just going to...
And
then give you a blinding headache.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because it's got all the chemicals in it. You don't clean the plant out properly, you know what I mean? They're not proper. They're not interested in
because I
the purity of the weed
cakes,
or they just want to get it up, grown, cut down and fucking sold.
Because I don't smoke no more, you know what I mean? I just get fucking cakes, I just eat the cakes, you know what I mean? Because I miss the buzz, that high, it's nice. And on my 60th, we went to that, you know, that old bowling snooker place on top of Kirky's Lane and Hyde Road on the corner. All the kids went took me.
Oh yeah.
And Adam's come and he's gone like, I've got something for you. And what are you talking about? I've got something for you. You can't just fucking, you know, like celebrate and not smoke a weed with us. So I don't smoke. He said, no, just open that bag there. Fuck me, there's a bag full of cakes. So I was like, that fuck up the biggest one. Yeah, fucking, I'll be buzzing with this in a bit. I was buzzing, you know what I mean? Then I got greedy. Oh, fuck, gives another one.
Sick.
Another one that I had 3 ended up. Oh my god, I thought I was tripping. Oh, what the fuck? My sister's not like me. And she's come over to me, you know, like to say something. I'm going, before you say anything, I'm fucked. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I've had 3 cakes. Just have some cake with us, Akin, so you can feel what I feel. She's like, fuck off. Couldn't believe it, Akin. But I have to tell her because she's dead, you know, like, she's not like me. She's proper, you know, like, stop it. Don't do that shit. You know? She's fucking...
That fucking hand's a bit like that.
Oh,
can't do that.
No, mate. Remember, I was living in Leek, because that's who I used to live with in Leek. And like, I started knocking around with these geezers. Started robbing chemists. You know what I mean? Fucking... And like, he's going like that, oh, we're going to Stoke. come Stoke, we was going to get some trips. So I'm like, what trips? What the fuck are trips? Acid, LSD. I'm like, fuck off, LSD.
I remember us all taking that
Sat
one
dead, so watch it, check this out, Arkid. Remember Microdots, little brown Microdots it was, Arkid. So he says, give me one. He said, I'll get one of them, and I'm going, nah, I'll have it later. So I'm a dare me, you know what I mean? And where our kid used to live, he used to come in the house, and he'd have 3 stairs, and he'd have the kitchen here, got 3 steps, and that was the living room. It was a big living room. And then in the corner, you'd go 5 steps, and there'd be bathroom and her bedroom, and then turn right, left again, and you'd go up like 7 or 8 steps, and then my bedroom would be there at the top. And I've dropped this fucking tablet this half a fucking, I only have half, because I don't know what it's going to say in it. But you know when you have them mad sleeps and you fall asleep, and you wake up, and it's only, you've only been asleep about fucking 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, I thought this had the other half.
Oh, no,
the other
man.
half now, and I'm chilling on the bed. But I'm looking and I'm like, my tattoos are moving. And it got a bit freaky because I wasn't expecting that. And I'm like, why is my tattoos moving? You know, asking myself all these questions. I'm like, stop it, you'll be all right. Just you told me that things move. And it's all right, it's all right. So I'm fucking like, you know, like you have to keep looking this a bit. And I'm looking at my arms and my fucking tattoos are falling off my arms. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I'm scared now because I've never seen anything like this, and I've looked up at the light, you know, like to try and get my head up for it, and the fucking moon just went whoosh. All I could see was this fucking light bulb, but everything was just, you know what I mean, it was just this light bulb in the middle of all this whoosh, you know what I mean? So I'm getting paranoid, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I can remember them saying, watch the trails. So I'm watching my hands like that, but as I'm going like that, there's fucking 5,000 hands following me. But I got into that because it wasn't scary, you know what I mean? I've ended up sat on the bed going, spitting and watching the fucking trails. I didn't know I was making a noise. And then, you know what I mean? I've decided to creep downstairs now. I've gone downstairs and I'm in the mirror. And my fucking eyeballs are going mad and it's freaked me out, so I've fucking gone downstairs and I'm like, I can't handle this no more because it's too long and I was on my own. It was the longest fucking night of my life, fucking. So I've ended up now because my sister's husband at the time, Paul, I've remembered he's talking about, I used to have a trip and all that, I used to trip and all them things. So like,
you want to get help.
I've gone in the toilet. I've gone in the toilet now and I'm fucking trying to get my head, so I'm throwing water in my face and all that. But I've woke my sister up and our kid was a fucking battle axe, our kid, you know what I mean? So she's in the toilet, I've come out of the toilet and I've got to be normal now. Walked up the fucking stairs and go past her. But she's watching me because obviously my face must be on. I've gone upstairs now, Marky, and I've turned around the corner. But the corner's, see, there's the stairs and there's my corner. But my face is like, I'm thinking, she can't see me, but she's groaning, looking at me like me, and I'm thinking, can she fucking see me? I'm in trouble now. So for the next thing you know now, I've gone in the bedroom and I thought, fuck, I can't handle this. I've got to get back downstairs. But the only fucking place you could go was down the stairs to her bedroom to fucking talk to her husband. They're both who's in bed next to him. Fucking kid. So our kids sat up watching me on my hands and knees, crawling on the side of the bed. I'm like, but he's awake, he knows what's happening, he's laughing, he's coming up to him. I'm fucking trying to be as quiet as I can. I'm like, oh, please don't wake my sister up. Paul, help me. He's going, yeah, I'm in the trip. I need to come down. I need to sort my head out. He's come downstairs and give me this fucking orange juice with a fucking half a bag of sugar in it. And he's stirred it up and he's going, drink that and I'll be down in a minute. It'll bring you down a little bit. He's going to explain to our kid now. Our kid doesn't do drugs. I was out. I was fucking down the road. Oh, in his pants. Our kid. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I was like, get in the fucking house. You're walking down the street, just your undies if anybody fucking like, our kid, but I don't know. He's fucking mad. Oh, fucking hell, them chips, fuck me. Fuck me, just fuck me head up.
We all took one once. It was Savage, Paulo, a few of us. We went to the Students' Union, the Poly.
Yeah.
When it used to be where the Sally is now. You know where the Salutation pub is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, where you walk through, where the
big
to All Saints.
Yeah.
It used to be on the left there.
Yeah.
On the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now. That used to be the Polytechnic.
Yeah, it's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's still there.
It's an archway, isn't it?
No, you come through, it's still there. The building is still there. So, for instance, if you're coming out of town, you get to the traffic lights where the park is, All Saints, and you turn left, turn right, and then turn left to go to the Sally pub. It's still there on the corner.
Oh, the Salutation's still there.
Yeah. No, but this building is still there.
The beautiful old building.
Yeah, it's got all the white painting on the window.
Yeah.
But that used to be Students' Union. We used to go in there because you could have a smoke in there, and it was all right. It was cheap. Music sometimes was all right. So one night we all took a tab of acid. There's about 7 of us. We went to the Poly after we'd been other places. So we get to the Poly, and all I remember is the doors opening like that, right? Because everything seems in slow motion, and you know everything seems bright and yet clear, and all I seen was the doors open. And because obviously it was, you had smoke machines, it was smoking. There was chairs like them lined up where they used to have chairs, you know, round the side. And I remember is walking in, and they probably didn't. To me, I thought they all jumped over the chairs. You know, they probably didn't. They probably didn't. They probably just moved them to the side.
More than likely, David, they really didn't.
No, because they wouldn't have got over it. But, you know, in my mind, and I'm at the back, I just see the lads going in, all smoke, and them all jumping over the chairs and disappearing. Me going like that to go, and the fucking chairs just went. I'm not kidding you. The fucking chairs just went zoom. They were like that, and I'm like, I can't get in there. So I just turned around and didn't go in, and I walked out, and I'm outside now, and I'm on my own now. Right? This is when Bonzo Street was open, and I'm thinking, and it's hit me, but it's not, you know. So I'm thinking, right, make your way home, and it was foggy, right? And I'm thinking. Bonzo Street, it's a straight fucking street, and I lived off Henrietta Street. So basically, I could have walked all the way down that street to fucking Henrietta Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you had the petrol station on the corner of Chorlton Road, Stretford Road, there used to be a petrol station there. I'm walking, and it's foggy, and I get to fucking Bonzo Street. I get to the bridge, and I'm going across the bridge, and I stop and I look like that up the road, and it's like, everywhere's clear, but for there. And the clouds. It's fucking fog. But it looked like cotton wool. And I swear to God, I had to fucking hold on to that railing because my mind was telling me
to jump.
Do a double somersault.
Not just jump.
No, not just jump. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's cotton wool. Oh, you can just go over there and you just bounce on it. And this is how I got off the bridge. Holding on and not letting go and just working my way to the end. Gets to where the old flats near where Linda Spooner used to live, right? When the pub was at the top. All I can hear is, you Jimmy! You Jimmy! I fucking hear, come here, you fucking... I fucking went and hid under the stairs, right? The concrete stairs, for about an hour. Fucking sad. All I could hear was, you Jimmy! I couldn't see out because it was foggy. I could just hear, Jimmy! You fucking bastard! And I'm like that. And I fucking went in under the fucking stairs, sat there for about, I don't know how long. Then I come out of there, when the noise, I come out of there, and I'm walking home. Right, I'm trying to get to my mum's. It's like me walking from here to fucking, you know, to Mouldiff Road. It's just straight road, you know. Next thing, where am I? I'm like that, where am I? And I get to that petrol station when it used to be on the corner of Chorlton Road and Stretford Road. It used to be because it used to go round the back, didn't it? Like Jackson's Crescent used to go round.
Yeah.
People filling up the car. Fucking some white guy and his wife. And I fucking run over to him. Can you help me? can you help me? Can you help me? And he's like, what's the matter? I'm trying to think. I've come to stay with my friends. I said, I'm not sure where it is. I'm lost, and it's Henrietta Street. And he's like, don't worry. He says, we'll go in that way. No. Where is it? And he's like, he must have knew there's something wrong with me. I mean, I didn't. I'm thinking, you're all cool, don't worry. I must have been a right fucking.
Just to say, can you help me? See,
I grabbed hold of him. He was filling the car up and went, yeah, mate, can you help me? And he something like that. And I went, I'm staying at my friend's from round here. Manchester accent. He must have been. I said, I'm staying at my friend's, but I'm lost, and he's Henrietta Street. Oh, don't worry, I got in the car, I was like,
yeah, fucking everything closing in.
Honest to God, and then he got to Henrietta Street, and fucking how I got home, I don't know. But how I never jumped off that fucking, and from that day I went, that's one drug I'm not touching again.
I've had loads,
no, I've had to go on some, but some I've thought.
I love it.
Because, you know what? We was all in the Reno one night when there was all, some of them had took keys, and we was in the Reno, and you know that fucking Phil? Same cunt. Yeah. He's like, what's up with you? Like, and someone told him, they're all tripping. The next thing he's like, fucking hell, see that knife? Trying to get him. And you know, Savage went like that. If he fucking starts out with me, he's now fucking cut him. So Savage was like, fucking knife first.
With tripping.
Yeah,
tripping with his knife.
It's alright when you can control it. But when it goes a bit wary.
No, some of them are uncontrollable, aren't they?
No, it's not. It's your mind. It's your mind.
Oh no, some of them are so powerful.
No, it's your mind. It's all
You've
your
got
mind.
to make sure your imagination doesn't get in front of your fucking reality. It's like me on that bridge.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just once you get a grip of it.
I can see him, yeah. Oh, double somersault. Oh, look how soft it looks.
Yeah.
And the thing is, your perception is on. Even though it was foggy, when I actually looked at that fucking road and looked at the fog, it was clear here. Everything was clear. It was just there. And it wasn't like fog. It was like cotton balls. It was like cotton. It was all white. It was dead clean. It was not. And I'm thinking, I could just, that'd be nice.
I've done the can you help me when I've been tripping, to people.
That's one job.
You manipulate it, it's your own head, because once you know that it's the acid that's talking, you can play with it, and that's what I used to do. Play with it to fuck out.
Wendell done once. You know how we do?
Yeah.
Basic. We give him a tap. So we said we had one, we haven't,
Oh no.
So no, I'm gonna have one. Do you want one? You know how we do it? Yeah. We can give Mark a tap. But half an hour later, let the parrot out. The guy in the parrot, let the parrot out and fucking shut the door. Held the door. Me and Wendell held the door. Let the parrot out. Fucking all you could hear was Ali screaming.
Can you imagine?
Oh no.
All you could hear was Ali screaming.
Do we scream, Dave?
Fucking hell. Funny. But that's what I mean. You do that to your mate, because you think, well, it's funny.
No.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It is funny, but he could have never come back.
No, it's not.
He could have come out of there, pecked to shit.
No, that's all fair. That's when you start eating them mad mushrooms that.
Yeah. But it will wear off.
You know what I mean? But it wears off. You only get to a peak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you get to the peak where you're like, rah.
You might be shitting yourself at that minute when the bird comes out.
Then you start solving it in your head.
10 times as big as it is. And
No, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine if he's in the room like that and the bird's filling the whole room?
He's trying to open the door, me when there's got the
Oh, that film, The Birds, plays in his head where they get pecked to death.
That's what it's like, our kid. They did it to me. I'm fucking sat in this fucking thing now. And this is how it goes, because your head, even though you fucked, you're paranoid to fuck, and it's the sugar cells that open up in your brain.
I don't know what happens.
You're like that, wow, what the fuck? You don't know reality from your fucking trip. Right. And it's like it's one combination, and I'm sat in this gaff now, and like, I've seen people fuck with people, you know what I mean? And they're like, passes that fucking box of matches. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Passes the book of matches. There's none there, fuck off. What the fuck is wrong with you? Passes the matches.
Just fucking with you.
There's no matches there. Fuck off, man. You know what I mean? I think you fucking I look away because your head's twatting. You don't know what the fuck's going on. The next thing you bend down and pick the matches up and say, "What the fuck is going to be like that?" What?
That same night we're in the alley, and someone goes.
The same night as the butcher.
The second time. No, this second time.
Yeah.
The first time we had we had acid. It was the time that Phil went, "Oh, knives, look at them knives." And fucking John went, "I'll fucking stab that cunt if you can't stop me on a bad trip." He said, "You better fucking tell him." The second time I took it was the time I was on the bridge, and that's when I said, "I'm not on this again."
But you see that
But the first time,
that's what people tell you.
We're in the alley.
A bad trip, you know what I mean? And
we're in the alley.
think it in your head of having a bad trip.
And you got to remember, I've
had a bad one.
half of us have got afros.
Yeah.
Playing pool in the alley. And the next thing someone went, "What's that burning smell?" And fucking everyone just fucking panicked. Fucking run out the pub.
All trippy, running.
Because some cunt went like that. "Can you smell burning?"
You know what?
That's all it took. "Can you smell burning?"
You know what, you know-
Everyone's like that.
Yeah. It goes back to when you couldn't get in the club. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
Can you smell burning? Let's fucking.
You know what I mean? You know, I used to see Linda Duando, innit? You know what I mean? I thought me and her had a trip. And she had to go for her wages. She had to go pick her wages up from the Reno. I was fucking used to lie in the bedroom like that and be tormenting me, you know, like she's like, is there any glass in the window? And I used to hold her arm. You know, I used to hold her arm. So when she went to touch the window, I'd hold her back so she couldn't touch the window. Like that. She's like, "Where's the windows gone off? There's no windows in the fucking window." And she's gone, "We need to go to the Reno." She fucked me up back. I'm like, "I'm going nowhere. I'm staying in this fucking bedroom. I ain't going to the Reno like this." So she's gone, "No, we'll have to get a taxi. I need to go and get my wages." And I'm like, "Nah, fuck, I have to sit in the taxi and wait for her while she went to get the wages." How she copes in the Reno, I don't fucking know. But I was sat in the taxi thinking, "Where the fuck are you?" And I was in the taxi for about 3 hours and coming back. Should I get out? She's not coming back here. She's not fucking coming back. She's gonna leave me here on the fucking road. It was mad. It was mad, man. Fuck, you know. But yeah, she went down the Reno. How she coped in that Reno, I couldn't fucking done it.
That's it. And you think now, you think back now, you laugh now, but then you think, fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know.
I loved the poor Harry Badu, man.
Oh,
the parrot.
Harry.
That's wickedness.
I know.
No, but that would have
But
made me. I'd have pissed myself on the other side of the door
shit like
laughing,
that,
man.
you know what I
Of
mean?
course we did.
You know, like when fucking, remember Bobo? Bobo, black guy. He used to do the cleaning up in Shine's Shubeen.
Yeah.
I think he had to do a bit of a do. I know him from years ago.
I know what you mean.
He lives in Abbey now. Bobo, he used to call him, short Jamaican guy. And he used to always. He never had. I don't think he really had anywhere to live as of permanent, because he used to always be sleeping in the Shebeens. You go in the Shebeen, you see him sleeping in the Shebeen. What we used to do, you used to get like,
don't.
we used to get like fucking
Paper.
Between his hands.
No, fucking cigarette papers, right? Fucking go like that, and then you put it in his fucking lip there, and put one in there, you put one in there, you put one up that nose, and you fucking light a lot. Or another one, right? I've done it to that. You know that Beijing? Me Beijing! They call me Beijing, right? Me and Wendell was in the Reno one afternoon, it was, when it was on, we used to open the afternoons. And he sat there, Beijing. Sat on the chair on the table. Well, so I said to Wendell, I said, "Wendell, what's this? I've got the spliff, turned it now." He went like that. He went like that. He went. When he went like that, I went, and the fucking lot went up his nose. Sat back next minute and he just went. But he started with a little cough, he just went, and then fucking ended it, fucking woke up like this. What you doing? What you doing? Because he didn't know what the fucking happened, you know what I mean?
I did he smoke weed though, Dave? Anyway,
No, he didn't.
so he
did
just
No,
stoned out of his
drank,
mouth. He
just
just
drank.
woke up stoned out of his
It
mouth.
must have been fucked out of
Well, the
it.
thing is,
Yeah.
when I went like that, when he went, because I waited until he went, you know, in. And the fucking smoke just went straight up his nose. And then the next minute he's like, I had to sit back down and say, well, what's in his bed?
Oh,
Yeah, I still didn't know what had happened. I don't think he knew what had happened. He was sat there laughing, you know what I mean?
you know. So, yeah, fucking, you know what? Fucking, the Reno, it was incredible, the things you got up to and the things you did down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It was just
No,
fucking
absolutely.
out of
not.
this world, man. Out of this world.
Oh,
Sorry, this one.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
But just look at the way we're laughing now. Can you imagine when we was laughing there?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fucking hell, man. You lived for them things to happen,
Of course, man.
didn't you?
Is
For a
that-
top,
is that
don't
you?
know, is it me? You'd live for a
On the
top
chair
buzz,
window.
man. Oh, yeah, it's me.
Yeah, man. You know, that was just mad.
Sweet.
Beep, 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 beep. Wow. These are the jokes, folks. The life and times of a mixed race boy in the Reno, Manchester. I don't know. Yeah, fucking hell.
We've done 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's still loads to talk about.
No,
Well, it's
exactly,
like-
but you can do more. You can do more than just today.
Nah, you know what I mean?
Because it's uploading, it takes ages if it's dead long.
Yeah.
You know, uploading it onto the thing.
No, but it'd be better, you know, like with a mix of us, because like I was saying, you know, like.
Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
into
which way do you want to give